All right, you guys, this is our very last assignment that we have for reading class. Can you believe it? This is it. And it's kind of a fun activity that we're going to get to do. Today you're going to be thinking about Holliswood, and you're going to be describing some character traits. So for this assignment, you're going to need to take out your notebook that we've been using all year long. I think it's green. You're going to open up to that section in the book that shows you about character traits. Hopefully you still have that. If you don't have that, you can Google character traits and it'll come up with a lot of different, and if you do images, it'll show you some ideas. But hopefully you still have your book, your notebook. But then click on the link to bring you to word clouds, and once you get there, you're going to click on this arrow. It may ask you to allow. Make sure you just allow it. And then we're going to start. The first thing you want to do is you want to type in Holliswood's name. So type that in, and then unfortunately when you type it in, do not leave any spaces in between Hollis and Woods. And I'm going to type in Hollis Woods 3 times. The more you type something in, the bigger image it will be in the word cloud that we're going to create. Now I need to think of some words that describe her character trait. And so go through and think of some different ones. For my assignment, when I create mine today, what I'm going to do, instead of doing Holliswood, I'm going to do Stephen. And I'm going to type his name in 3 times. You can pick however many times that you want to. Then I'm going to look through and figure out what are some words that describe him. And one of the first words that I think of is the word unselfish. I'm going to type that in twice. Remember early on when Stephen first meets Hollis, they're playing that game and he kind of lets her win. That was pretty unselfish of him. All right. The next word that I can think of about Stephen is that he is bold. And when I say he is bold, he is very bold because he wants to drive that truck. He's never driven that truck before, and he is not afraid to give it a try. So bold is a word that I would use to describe Stephen. At the same time, I also would say he's a little reckless to think that he can be able to, can you see I have the red squiggly line? I need to go back. Remember how I can right click on that and it'll show me how to spell that word. So make sure that we're spelling our words correctly. All right, so he is a little reckless that he wants to be driving that truck, and he actually gets them in a little bit of trouble in the story as well. Another thing that I think of when I think of him is the fact that he is so accepting of Hollis and having her join their family. That'd be pretty tough to have someone new come and join your family, and I think that's pretty amazing. So he definitely is accepting too. Another word that I can use to describe him is dependable. And you should be able to spell these words correctly if you're using your notebook because they'll be there in there for the spelling. Dependable in the fact that he does a lot of things for the family. He has a lot of responsibilities. He's dependable when it comes to Hollis and his relationship there. And let's see, did I use? My last word that I'm going to use is he is pretty fearless. He is ready to give anything a try, and it doesn't hold him back from doing that. So let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 words that describe Stephen. Please make sure you have at least 6 words yourself, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to create my document. And you're going to see that all of those words are going to show up on my Wordle. Now there's some things that I can do here. I can go in and I can change the color, and it will switch it from that black and gray to this color here. I can switch the layout. I can click on one of these here and it'll change the layout of it. I can just hit randomize it and it will redo it in another way. And anyway, you can play around. Some of the things won't work, like these down below here, because you have to have a membership to be able to do that. So when I'm done and I've come up with, let me go back here to that. Let me find a color that I like. I think I like this one. All right, I like how that turned out. Okay, then the next part I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the menu and I'm going to do one of two things. I'm either going to save it and it'll save on my computer, or I can go in and print it. Whichever one works best for you. You can either print it at home and then take a picture of it and send it to me, or you could take a screenshot if that works better for you. You can save it to your Google Drive and send that to me. Figure out whatever works best for you. And that is your last assignment. If you're having any problems, please let me know. Otherwise, I can always have a parent or somebody tell me that you finished this assignment as well. All right, take care and hope to see you at 2.